I was looking at journal videos and I realized that a lot of them just feel like commercials anymore. There are a few that I love to watch. They're more bullet journal than planner that make me feel like I can use those ideals. Like Jashi Corinne is one. She's amazing. But there are a few that I just feel like they're just commercials showing you or doing planner hauls. And I already know that my journals, I do some hauls, and I wanted to show you guys what it is right now. So this is my 2025 planner till December. Anything that's not completely used up will be used up. This is going to be the planner setup for 2026, the whole year. But then we look at what I have. So I've got a stack of composition notebooks. I've got not one, but 2 drawers full of planners. I've got a drawer full of stickers. And I've got drawers full of washi tape. So the boss told me
no more buying any more planner stuff. Stickers, washi tape, nothing.
Okay.
Nothing.
Okay. So we have a plan to use what I have, since the boss gave her ultimatum. What I'm going to do is, I've already done this for the Traveler's Notebook, but I'm cutting these composition notebooks down to either a B6 size or the Traveler's Notebook size. So these are going to be my 2 rotating, I guess, between the years depending. But until all of this stuff is gone, I'm not allowed to buy stickers, I'm not allowed to buy washi tape, and I'm not allowed to buy any more planners. So we'll see. She's gonna like crack the whip on me. I feel like, I don't know, this is my 2 cents of thinking that it really is becoming commercials and overconsumption, and I'm not allowed to overconsume anymore. So I'm challenging you to join me in that, and let's figure out how we can create using what we have. So this was a old planner, I think a 2024, 2025, and I bought it really late, so I got it like half off or a little bit more. This is Paper Test Designs, I think that's how you say it. But this planner here, what I'm gonna do is I'm actually going to use something similar to Jashi Corinne. She does cycle planning, and I can't do that because I work and it throws me off. But so what I'm going to do is I'm trying to lay it out so that I can do kind of a similar format using a already made planner. I'm starting to use sticky notes to kind of plan out what goes on each page, weekly reviews. So I'm gonna see how this lays out. Okay, so I kind of started to figure out how I'm gonna set this up. And I have 2 different spreads that I can use for goals, which is going to be helpful because I'm still going to use these sections, and we wrote down our goals. But what I'm going to do is a good, better, best level up for my goals. And that is kind of what I'm going to do, kind of like with my habits. So like good, better, best, level up. And so my habits and my goals are going to be situated. So like, for example, let's go with this one. So one of our goals is to attend events. So a good goal would be to attend 2 events like Black Hills Con and Red Cloud. Better would be 3 events, including the Ren Fair. Best would be a Racing Magpie event, and level up would be if we went to Fan Expo Denver. So that's kind of how I'm going to do my goals, breaking them down. For like example, creating planner sticker sheets. So 2 a quarter is good, 3 a quarter is better, 4 a quarter is best, 5 a quarter is level up, and that would give us 20 new sticker sheets for 2026 if we got all the way to level up. Same thing with some of the other goals, such as published books. So 2 books if we publish would be good, 3 would be better, 4 would be best, 5 would be leveling up, so we'll see. But we have it broke down like that, creating new art, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I'm going to arrange it and then have little bars on the side so I can be like, okay, we're good, better, best, level up, and then kind of shade out how many we did. So that's the goal with this one, these 2 pages. And then with this page here, the boss put down her finger and told me I'm not supposed to spend any more on journaling, supplies, markers, pens, stickers, washi tape, planners themselves. So I'm going to do a no spend for any kind of art supplies because I have all my watercolor stuff I need. So we're gonna see if I can stick with that. And so that's what I'm going to do on these ones. I'm actually going to try and maybe keep track of what I'm spending, expenses and income on this page here for the business. I think that would be really good. Or I might do it on this page, plus or minus what I'm spending. I'm not quite sure. I think if it's a no spend, maybe I'll color it in, and then if it's a spend, I'll write it down. Or if we get income, I'll write it down that day. So I might use this one and then use this one for like birthdays and normal stuff. So not quite sure which one I'm going to use for that, but I am going to use one of them for finances and a no spend mark. So, and then this one will be my habit tracker. And I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and right now I have 10 goals that I track. So I have to figure out how I'm gonna pull that off, or if I'm going to lower one down, which I might. I just go to 9. This is gonna be for the quarter goals. So looking at our goals back here and then breaking them down and just going 1 quarter at a time. So this page will be to write out those goals broken down into the quarter. It was a lot to redate all of these. Smudged a little bit, but I think it's still good. Okay, so now to get into how I'm gonna put these pages, because this is a paper test book. I really kind of like the layout. We'll see if this works. But there's 2 blank pages before the monthly. So what I did is monthly reflection. So my wins, my needs, challenges, and then the reactions that I have to those challenges. So that way I can learn if I had a positive or a negative, or how I overcame that challenge. And then any new things I want to try or did try, and then memories of things that were awesome that month. And then working on, so this is my action list or priorities, the things I need to get done, projects I'm focusing on, goals I'm focusing on this month, so I'll take it from the quarterly and put it in here, and then tasks that are just a monthly task. Then I have my calendar, which is already redated, and then there's another set of blank pages before it jumps into the weekly. So projects and goals. So with the projects and goals that are going to be here, I'm going to write down the title of that project and smaller tasks that are manageable that I can get done for each, and I think I have enough space to do 4, so that way, and these are just going to be for the really big ones. And then newsletter, epic goals, membership, my videos that I'm putting out, and then Project Get Ahead is like me trying to film videos ahead of time, do newsletters, whatever I'm working on that I'm trying to get ahead, so that way I have a little bit of grace. And then each week is going to have priorities, and then it's just going to be task lists here. And then here I'm going to do part of it for gratitude for that day, and then I'm also going to do events that are happening that day. I think that's the way I'm going to do it. Not quite sure, but I'm thinking that's how I'm going to do that. So I broke it down, and then I did a mid-month review on the last page for the second week, right before week 3. And then I'm going to do a mid-month review, so goals, what did I achieve, what's incomplete at the mid-month points that I need to really focus on, any other projects that popped up, challenges that happened in the first part of the month, and then my reactions or how I overcame them, things I tried or want to try, priorities moving forward for the last 2 weeks of the month, and then what am I taking forward into those last 2 weeks. So we'll see how this works. I might end up rearranging some of the topics, but I feel like this will work. This is based off of Jashi Corinne's, and I wanted to see if I could get it to work in a planner that already is situated. And so I have my mid-month review, and then I'll have my monthly reflection here. So and then I'm just gonna break down the weeks into task lists, because I feel like that's how I function the best. I love task lists. So Monday, and then once I get done, I'll just, if I only have 4 tasks that day, fine. And then Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, just keep going. And then if I don't fill the page up, then maybe I'll do a journal prompt or something by the end of the week. So I'm thinking that's the way this is going to work. And then, so I redated all of these. I just wanted to show you Monday because I did not get the rest up, because I want to see how this is going to work that first month before I carry it through the whole thing. But then I have all these blank pages here in the back of the book, and I'm trying to figure out what I want to do with that, because this is just gonna be my everything journal. I was gonna just focus on a planner just for the business, but I prefer to have everything together. So I need to finish filling this part out, and I'll share that in December with some decorations. I'll add more stickers. I just added these to cover up the old year. And I'll show you decorations and how I have it set up more. But this is kind of how I'm thinking this planner will work. More like a bullet journal, hopefully. And the reason that I decided not to stick with this one, like I said in the last video, is because I don't like my goals split between the year. I like to plan out the goals, annual goals, and then quarterly goals. And I just felt like this was gonna just throw me off because it ended in August, so it wouldn't even end at the end of a quarter, if that makes sense, if I said that right. But so that's the whole reason I'm not going to finish this. But Jay has seen me multiple times tear apart a planner, use the pages for other things, or to monster create a planner. So she suggested that. We'll see. But I really think that trying to create a system that's going to work for me that has the already made planners is going to hopefully make me productive. I'm trying for Jashi Corinne's Changing My Life in 3 months, so we'll see how that works out. But I am not allowed to buy any planner supplies at all. So I've got to cut down books to make them work, or to work with what I have. So that's what we're going to plan on doing for the next year. Alright, we'll see you in the next video. Bye, Muppy.